You said at the beginning, before the film, that this was a reflection of your own experience as a teenager. Does that mean the film is literally autobiographical? Is this really based on your own life, your own experience at summer school, your own experience with your father, those things? Did you draw directly on your own life to make the film, or is there some element of fiction here?
自分自身が経験したことが、メインになっているんですけど、映画としてこう成り立たせるためにこう他のトランスジェンダーの方が経験したことっていうことも織り交ぜられたりもしています。
Yes, basically and mainly the film is based on my experiences, but to give the film a bit more power to it, I have included other experiences that were brought to me by other people of the same position.
That means that Hyuga-san is basically playing you. How did you find Hyuga-san? How did you cast the role of yourself?
彼自身は自分の大学生の同級生で、しかも映像学科って同じ学科に所属していたもので、非常に自分の中の役のイメージと近かったので抜擢しました。
Quite coincidentally, he was in the same, not only the same school, but learning in the same department in college, and therefore he was there before I had to think about casting. So yes, he was the perfect choice for me.
And Hyuga-san, how did you feel when you were approached to act in this film? I guess you haven't acted before, right?
本当にこれが初めて演じたことで、演じてくれって言われた時は本当にシナリオとかを渡される前からなんかその2つ返事でいいよって言ってしまったのでなんかその演じてからが大変でした。
Yes, like you say, this is my first experience at acting. I've never acted before. Now, when I was approached, I asked whether I'd like to, I could act for the lead role. I didn't even see the script, no scenario, no synopsis. Just I went ahead and said okay. So the bigger difficulties of acting came after I accepted the job.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's your turn. I'm sure you have a question. I think you would first.
Have you been showing your film in Japan much, and what was the reaction?
日本国内では一応最大級の自主映画祭でピアフィルムフェスティバルっていうものがあるんですけど、そこでの上映を終えて本当にすぐにバンクーバーに来たっていう感じなんですけど、そうですね、日本の観客で、特に意見をくださる方っていうのが、自分の中でこうやっぱり普通ではないとか、そういう悩みを抱えてる人がすごく共感して、私もすごく気持ちが分かりますっていうことを言ってくださる方が、大体感想を言ってくださる方っていうのが、そういうどこかに共感してくださった何らかの悩みを持っている方が多いです。
This film was shown at a major independent film festival, the PIA Film Festival in Japan. Now, aside from that, that's really the only place it has shown. We came straight to Vancouver after that. Now, the reaction has been, a lot of people have come to me and either very deeply or maybe just on the surface. Many people have experienced similar things, have shared their feelings that this is something that the public, general public sees as not normal, and they have had similar difficult experiences. And so yes, the reaction has been that people people have approached me with very emotional and personal feelings.
Where in Japan is it filmed?
東北の山形っていうところです。とても田舎町です。
Yamagata Prefecture in northern Japan. It's not the larger cities. It's a very rural area.
And is that where you actually grew up? You filmed in locations that were your home?
Yeah? そうですね。育ったのはその山形とはまた別の群馬っていうところなんですけど、その山形は自分たちの所属している東北芸術工科大学っていうところなんですけど、そこの、近辺で撮影したっていう感じです。
I was brought up in Gunma Prefecture, which is technically two prefectures inland, a bit further to the south. Now Yamagata was where I went to, where the college was. The Tohoku Geijutsu Koka Daigaku is the college that I went to, and that's where it was filmed.
それはとても意図したことで、自分の経験上そうだったんですけど、やっぱり周りから理解されないっていう環境の中で、やっぱりどうしても自分自身の本当の気持ちっていうのを隠さなきゃいけないで、いつも怯えていて、周りの人に自分の感情を読まれてしまうってことがすごく臆病になっていて、なるべく人と関わりがいがないようにずっと下を向いていたっていう経験があって、そういうところから意図的にずっと下を向いてみて、周りの人とのコミュニケーションを怖がっている主人公というふうに演出をしました。
Yes, this was done deliberately. Now, this was based on my own personal experience while I was growing up. That I'd when being approached by people, that there was always I would be scared. I would be timid because people would not understand what I was going through, and people would look down upon me. And therefore, there was a tendency to try and hide my own feeling within myself. Now, hiding these feelings and being afraid, now this naturally, the body language tends to have yourself looking down, and therefore, yes, this was deliberately done to portray that part of my feelings.
そういった団体グループとコミュニティはたくさんあります。やっぱり身近にカミングアウトしてオープンにしている人があまりいないので、例えばネット上で出会って隠れて会うっていう感じなんですけど、なのでそれがいいのか悪いのかっていうのはちょっと自分は分かりかねないんですけど、みんなかなり裏で会ってるっていう、こそこそしてるっていう感じで、コミュニティ結構日本全国各地に点在しているっていう感じです。
Actually, there are many groups like this in Japan. The reason, perhaps, because it's not socially accepted. In Japan, it's less socially accepted, so these people with the common grounds need to meet people. Now, the internet has been a great tool to form such groups, and through the internet, people who can only express their feelings with people who can relate to these feelings get together. And all across Japan, there have been hidden groups, mind you. They're sort of hidden from the public, and whether that's a good thing or not is to be debated. But yes, there's a great number of groups like this.
Would it be right to say that it would be very hard to do in Japan what happened here in this experience of forming an actual group in a college? I mean, presumably putting up posters, inviting people to come. That would be quite difficult in Japan, I think.
そうですね、難しいと思います。実際、表立ってパレードであるとか、 あとはそのイベントをしたりっていう、大学のサークルみたいなものもあるんですけど、やっぱりそこに一歩足を踏み出して参加するっていうところまでにかなりみんな臆病になっている。なので参加したいけど参加できないみたいな若者もすごくいます。
Yes, I think that is a fair statement. I think that that yes, there are these groups, but as a group or a club within a college, this is something that still has a ways to go. Now, in Japan, there have been an increase. For example, in Japan, there have been gay parades, pride parades. But people who there are very few people who want to take part in this because they're afraid of how they will be seen by other people. And so, yes, from that point of view, there's still a ways to go.
Yesterday at the first screening, somebody asked about the availability of counselling for people with gender issues in Japan. And I think you gave quite an interesting answer. Maybe I can ask you to say that again, to explain a bit about the kind of counselling that might or might not be available.
日本でその、セクシュアルマイノリティの方、もしくはそうですね、その周辺の方々がカウンセリングに行く場所っていうのはかなり少ないですね。日本でも本当に数えるほどしかなくて、若いまだアルバイトとかできない年代の、子どもたちがお金がなくて通えないっていうケースがすごくあって、ある程度成長して自分でお金稼げるようになってからようやく行けるみたいな現状があるんですけど、数が少ないものでそこまでに行く交通費だとかもかなりお金がかかってしまうっていう現実があります。
Yes, there is counseling available in Japan, although very limited. Now, the problem that we face in Japan, although there is counseling for now the sexual minority or gender identity disorder in particular, because there are very few, they tend to charge a bit more, and they tend to be spotted in only certain areas. The younger generation, therefore, often cannot afford this. Just the transportation alone takes it out of their league, and so often what is the case is the younger generation will bear through this until at some point they can afford it at an age when they're working full time. And therefore it's available but not really available to everybody.
Anything else you'd like to know? Yeah, please.
I'm curious why you is wearing a skirt and not trousers in the final shot or final two shots.
Please explain the ending of the film.
父親にカミングアウトして、受け入れられたことは確かなんですけど、そこから、学校での環境というのはまだ何も変わってないわけで、そこから優が一歩踏み出してどう行動するかっていうのはこれからなんですね。なので、一旦スカートは我慢して履くぞ。でもこれからどう変わっていくかは今後。また僕らの未来はこれから始まるっていうことですね。
Now the scene immediately before the final scene is where he's finally expressing himself to his father, that he has been holding this within himself for all this time. Finally, he's released these feelings to his father. Now that's a big step forward for him. Now, what this step is, though, that this film it's not an ending; it's a new beginning. Now, the scene with the skirt is to show that now he had been in denial to this point. Now he has this personality, but he's living in a society. He has to deal with the society. He has to go to school from the following day. Now he's more in acceptance with society, and therefore the title, Our Future.
If nobody's jumping in, can I just ask you about the other casting in the film? There You know, I'm interested in your other actors. There's the, you know, the gay guy, the transsexual, and the father. I mean, these are, I guess, would be the main supporting characters in the film. How did you cast them? I mean, are they the real people that you knew as a teenager playing themselves, or did you cast them as because they resembled real life people, or how did it work?
キャスティングはそうですね、まず演技ができるできないっていうよりは、その印象に近い人、もしくは当事者である人、例えばはるかっていう子は、実際に彼女はトランスジェンダーで、男に生まれて女に生きたいっていう子なんですけど、あとはそうですね、お父さんお母さんなどもは自分の中のイメージに近い人をこうなんていうんだろう、演技ができるかどうかっていうよりはその印象に近いかどうかっていうところで選んで、そうですね、大学内で大体の人が知り合った人だったんですけど、そういう人たちに協力をお願いしてやってもらいました。
The main focus on casting was not particularly whether they can act or not, but more on how close to the image of the actual characters in my life these people were. Haruka, the woman in the man's body in the film, was she's playing herself. She is a transgender that is living in Japan, and so she's just playing herself in the film. The father and mother, for example, these are people that were closest to the image I had of a father and mother of, well, my own father and my own parents. From the school, from the college, the people around me that best fit each and every character of the film is who I casted.